Butterflies fill my spine, I feel myself getting hot again. Nerves rushing through my brain, yeah, they can't hear fire from the trees. You're standing by his side, red drops burning down your face. You're real close now, baby. Holy fuck, I feel it with you. I lose self-control. Now I found that you're not one to hear me now. You got me on my knees begging for your lady. And like a fool to stand around and let you blame me. And I'm riding in the sky to the heavens like an
Hi, my name is Leo Connors and welcome to The Ring and All Other Sports. Tonight, I got a very special guest, professional wrestler Stevie Legend.
What's going on?
How much? How you doing, man? Good to see you too. I like the hat.
Thank you.
New World Wrestling Extreme. All right, let's get right into it. Where'd you grow up?
So I grew up in Somers, Connecticut. I was born in New Rochelle, New York. Moved up to Somers when I was 8. Been there pretty much my whole teenage adult life. Love it out there. It's a beautiful little town right in the Mass border there.
Nice. All right. When did you first see pro wrestling?
So I was introduced to it by my best friend. I was about 8 or 9.
Yeah.
And so yeah, he got into it, and then all of our little group of friends got into it. A lot of them grew out of it, and I never did. So
Right. That's cool. Now, what anybody in your family into it?
I kind of got my family into it over time.
Yeah. Did you?
Obviously because of me.
Right. That's cool. All right. Well, who's some of your favorite wrestlers when you first started watching it?
I was always glued to like Undertaker, Shawn Michaels. Obviously, my idol's always been Punk since like 2011.
Yeah.
Since I really started to get closer to high school, he became my idol and has been my idol ever since.
Right. Nice. All right. Yeah, so it was great to see him come back to the WWE. It really was. We'll talk about his little thing, and seeing that he's a big, you're a big fan of his, we'll talk about him in the AEW days. When did you go to your first show?
2009. This was Raw in Hartford.
Yeah. Nice. And who'd you go with?
My dad.
Yeah. Cool. All right. What about your first indie show? Don't tell me you worked it first.
No. I believe it was a Blitzkrieg Pro show before they were Blitzkrieg Pro. I forget what they were even called. It was right in Enfield. They had like EC3, a couple other TNA guys.
Yeah.
So.
All right, awesome. When did you know pro wrestling was something that you wanted to do?
It's not really sure I even remember how far back it goes.
That's how long? Wow.
Yeah, pretty much early into childhood.
Right.
Pretty much ever since I saw Shawn Michaels Undertaker match at WrestleMania, I think was really when I really knew I wanted to.
That's one of my favorite matches of all time,
Me
too. It really is. All right, well, who trained you?
Kevin Landry up in Holyoke, Massachusetts.
Oh, nice. Okay, great. Who else was in the class? Anybody that's still going?
Big Juicy was one of those people.
Yeah.
Obviously, Jay Baker as well. Izzy and Noel, the Pyramids of Power.
Yeah.
Those are all kind of my group of guys right there.
Nice. All right. Why don't you tell us about your first match?
First match was Simply Splendid Bobby C. Right out in Springfield, right by my old gym, and it was right in that little hockey place. Right, yeah.
Awesome. And what company was that for?
That was for GCW. They're not around anymore. But
Game Changer?
no, not them.
I know, I'm just kidding.
No way.
All right, well, I got a few questions from some rock stars. Frankie Hannon wants to know, who has been your toughest opponent?
Good question. You know Big Dog Kuma?
Yes.
He's somebody that's pretty. He looks like he's more stiffer than he is, but he's definitely
nice.
He's very good though.
All right, excellent. Do you got any good? Frankie has a follow-up question. Do you have any good road stories?
Nothing too crazy. You know, I've been out till like 5 in the morning before. That's probably like
Yeah. Just driving all night.
Yeah. I've hit like a few bars after a show and then end up going back to the same bar once. That was like, yeah.
All right. Well, Stephen Piercy wants to know, who was the first pro wrestler you ever met?
Mouth of South Jimmy Hart.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. And where was that?
Signing at the Enfield Mall. And
Okay.
It's somehow still going, that mall, but it's barely. But
Nice. That's awesome. All right. World Series champion Pookie Reese wants to know, have you had the chance to wrestle outside the United States?
I went to Montreal last year. That was my first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who did you work, like what company did you work for?
That was for Supernova.
Okay.
I wrestled
Cool.
for a lot. Yeah.
And who'd you wrestle?
Corey Nix, I believe.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How'd it go? Good?
It's good. It was good, yeah.
Nice. And you didn't drive up there by yourself?
Yeah,
Did you?
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Wow.
5 hours, yeah.
How many hours?
5.
5? That ain't that bad, but
No.
still, yeah, that's awesome. Good for you, man. Seriously. You won the big Jim Anderson Cup. And who did you beat to win the cup?
Let's see,
It was a tournament, right?
Yeah, it was me and Shotgun Adams in the finals. It was
Okay.
battle royal.
Nice. And what did Big Jim mean to you?
He was one of the
late-
first people I met in the business, actually. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, he was he training some guys too? Did
I
he?
believe he was.
Yeah.
Towards the last couple of years of his life, I believe he was.
Right.
He was
Okay.
doing a lot with XWA at that time. So, I think he
Yeah,
was
that was
training a lot of guys out there.
that was a big blow to the wrestling scene, man. Especially down in the Connecticut, Western Massachusetts area. You know what I mean? Definitely. All right. You worked with female star Gemma,
Yeah, I love her.
and how did that come about?
It was kind of just given to me. I met her that night. I was at PAPW and I got thrown on the card last minute. And then they're like, yeah, we were working with this young girl. She comes out from Albany. We want to put her on the show to manage somebody. Would you mind going out with her? Of course.
Nice. That's awesome.
Her and her family are pretty close to me now. I'm close to both her parents. So
Nice. So it hasn't been just a one-off. You've been working for that company all the time,
I'm pretty
together.
consistent with PAPW.
Yeah.
I'll probably go out there this weekend. I'm not on their show this weekend, but I'll probably go out there. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Great. And did you win your first championship in Maine?
Yes.
And was that for NAWA?
No,
Larry
that
Huntley?
was for Bad Boys Pro Wrestling. That was,
okay.
Luke,
Okay.
Luke Roberts.
And who did you beat for that?
I believe Lee Miller, I believe.
Okay.
At the
Excellent.
fair show.
Yep. I haven't seen Lee Miller in a long time. And I've also seen you have worked for Troop Jimmy Allen down at New World Wrestling Extreme. And you've been working there quite a bit.
Yeah, cool.
And so, and Jimmy's got a great company. They were talking, I could have swore I saw he was talking about moving to Florida for a while. And then I think he changed his mind and
Yeah.
he's staying. Thank God, man.
Yeah, I know,
Seriously.
for sure.
You know, I mean, he's one of the guys that has consistently run shows monthly. You know what I mean? For years now. You know, some guy, you know how some companies are.
Yeah.
They'll run a show and then they won't run another one for 3 months.
Yeah.
You know, so it's really good that you're getting steady work with him.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite promotions to be up for sure. Obviously, rocking the hat tonight.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. And you know, I like it because I know how great of a guy he is.
Oh yeah,
you know,
love him to death.
Yeah, no
Absolutely.
doubt. All right. All right. You also wrestled for Blitzkrieg Pro, and who have you worked there?
Jeff Cannonball.
Yeah.
I wrestled him. I love him.
Nice.
Love his wife as well. They're both
Yeah.
great people.
I know his wife's name.
Tara.
Tara Calloway.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good people.
Very,
they
very
did a
nice.
big. They did something that me and Pat Dillon went down for. Drop kick for depression.
Yeah. I
So
wanna get down
me and
there.
Pat went down for the first one, and they had a great show and all that. But yeah, it's a good cause. All right. I want to talk a little bit about wrestling on TV. Now
Okay.
you had said The Undertaker and Shawn was your favorite match.
Yeah.
What do you really like that's in the WWE now? You know what I mean?
Ooh, that's pretty much everything. It's a really good time for him right now.
Yeah.
I know they got a lot of cool stuff on SmackDown right now. Obviously, my idol Punk is back.
Yep.
That's the big thing. They got the big bloodline storyline going into Survivor
incredible.
Series. That's going to be.
Now I heard Solo already got his 5th guy. Leo, his cousin, or something like that.
That's what I've been hearing too.
Yeah.
But-
So, and it looks like it might be Rollins as their fifth guy for the bloodline. The original bloodline, because they're both bloodlines.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? But yeah, and Gunther is pretty damn good too.
He's phenomenal.
You know, that match he had against Cody was really, really good.
Yeah.
I kind of wish Gunther would have won, to be honest with you, because Cody just keeps winning all the time. You know what I mean? It would have been nice, and it wouldn't have cost him his belt. He would have just won the Saudi Arabia title. You know what I mean?
I was curious as what they're going to do with him going into WrestleMania, if it's going to be Cena or what the...
Yeah, that's true too. Because Cena's going to have his last match in 2025.
Yeah.
Is it going to be WrestleMania or is it?
No, he's going through the whole year.
Oh, he's going to do the whole year?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. I saw his dad. I went to AEW last week.
Nice.
Up in
Yeah,
Manchester.
I've worked with Cena.
Yeah, and I was walking by him. Me and my buddy was going to go to a bar, have a couple of beers before the show. And I hear, Leo. I turn around. It was Mr. Cena.
That's cool.
Wicked nice guy,
Yeah,
you know.
I love Cena Senior. He's
Yeah.
awesome.
All right. In AEW, when Punk was there, I really don't think Punk really did anything wrong. Even like in the press conference, he could have went a little easier, I guess. Do you know what I mean? Instead of doubling down But I was happy he did it because I agreed with him. You know what I mean? I'm not a big fan of the Young Bucks, or Kenny Omega. Don't get me wrong. I know Kenny Omega is one of the best wrestlers in the world. I'd be a fool to say he wasn't. But I don't think the Young Bucks are. I really don't. I don't know. How do you feel about the Young Bucks?
It's a phenomenal tag team. They've been around forever and been absolutely phenomenal at what they do. And obviously, started this company that has been just so good for the industry. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. Gives jobs and everything. Absolutely, 100%. I'm just not. I don't know what it is about it, man. I just don't like the Young Bucks.
Haven't necessarily been my style either, but
right. Well, that's one of the reasons why Cody wanted to leave, because the Young Bucks wanted to have a spot fest like PWG, while Cody wanted it to go back to like the territory days, like Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling, where mat wrestling was the main focus, not as much high flying. So, all right. Why don't we play the name game?
okay.
Blackie.
Love him.
Yeah. Now, where did you meet Blackie? What, at a UFO
I believe it was
show?
UFO, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably the first one I did, probably like 2-3 years ago.
Nice. All right. And the ex-owner of UFO, which is now UWE, Pat Dillon.
Also love. He's been very close to me. I hope he stays in the business in some way.
Right.
For sure.
Well, I guess he was going to run a show already. That's what Joey Kilmartin told me that the other night when we went to see ICW No Holds Barred. Do you follow the indies a lot?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So Homicide just had his last match in New England.
Oh, really?
Saturday night. And it was awesome. I met Homicide a long, long time ago. Great guy. I knew I had to be there, so me and my buddy Joey took a ride down to Cambridge. Great show. I'd tell anybody to go see an ICW No Holds Barred show. I really would. I'd recommend that. All right, how about a couple in wrestling? Jeremy Leary and Skylar.
Two of the nicest people I know.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, his company's Blitzkrieg?
Yeah.
Okay. How about Kylon King and Dustin Waller, the Miracle Generation?
What's there not to say about them? They're absolutely phenomenal at what they do. I've always been pretty close to them. Obviously, they have so much going on right now, and deservedly so. They're absolutely phenomenal at what they do.
Absolutely. Another red hot young guy is Jermaine Marbury.
I love Jermaine. Also, he's a Knicks fan like me.
Yeah.
So,
you are. Yeah, both Knicks fans. That's cool. Hey, you don't like the Celtics, though?
I've lived in New York before. I lived in
I'm sorry, you're right. You did say you lived in New York.
And how many wrestlers have a mascot? Like,
right.
Brilliant gimmick he's got.
Yep,
Brilliant.
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, how about Brad Baylor, another impressive kid.
Yeah,
Have you worked him yet?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. He's a good sized kid. He's young too.
Yeah, he's got a bright future.
Oh, absolutely.
Future,
yeah, definitely. And his sometimes tag team partner at Wrestling Open, Ricky Smokes.
He's good. I've only shook his hand a few times. I don't really know him personally, but very good.
Yeah, he's definitely impressive. Right now, I honestly and truly believe, you're a part of this too, is that the scene is red hot in New England. Man. There's so many companies to work. 20 years ago, man, there would be like 4 or 5 companies. And nobody was allowed to work. I love it how everybody works for everybody.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You don't see that
It's a great time
anymore.
to be around right now, for sure.
Absolutely.
And the ID program to start up right now is just going to change things even more, I think, for sure.
Unreal.
Yeah.
And I love how they picked up, some schools, and I'm sure they're going to pick more schools. And the only school that really wasn't affiliated with a pro wrestler, like owning it, that's in the WWE, was the Elite Pro Wrestling Training Center in Concord,
I'll
New
be
Hampshire.
going up there for this Gabe's seminar next week.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Gabe Sapolsky.
Yeah.
Yep. I met Gabe many, many years ago at that when I catered for Ring of Honor. Good guy. All right, how about Mike Skyros? Another guy that's doing good things.
Yeah.
Really good things.
Yeah. I like his gimmick a lot.
Yeah, me
for sure. Yeah.
He works hard and he's
definitely.
very, very good.
Yeah.
Another good guy is Sammy Diaz.
I love Sammy.
Yeah.
I love Sammy, yeah.
Now, he comes from,
He's from Test of Strength, yeah.
Tessa Strength with Slick Wagner Brown School and Bobby Ocean.
Yep.
Great guys, both those guys. I've known Slick for just as long as I've known Trooper. Like 22, 23 years, a long time. All right, how about one of these guys actually is signed to the ID program already? The Shook crew, Bryce Donovan and Bobby Orlando, but Bryce is the one that so far that's been picked to be part of the ID program.
Not super close with them. I've talked to them a little bit.
Yep.
Love Bobby's gimmick. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's
He's
awesome. Get that
great at
goat
what
over, man.
Yeah, they're both great at what they do.
Absolutely. They wrestle a lot in New England for guys that are
New
from
Jersey guys,
from Creative Pro, which is, if you ask me, I mean, all the schools around here, the New England Pro Wrestling Academy, the school in Concord that I just talked about, the Elite Pro Wrestling Training Center, Creative Pro, all these schools are putting out quality guys. I mean, Creative Pro has put out a lot in the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, New England's a hotbed right now. It definitely is.
And a lot of guys from there are coming down. And they've been coming down here for a while. If I'm not mistaken, when they started, like when MJF was ready to travel, they had a working agreement with Chaotic, where Chaotic guys would go wrestle at Creative Pro and vice versa. And it worked out well. I don't know if it's still going on, like, if they're still exchanging talent like that, but I think that's good for business.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Right?
Why would you not? Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, here's one of my favorite wrestlers right now, Alec Price.
I don't know why he doesn't have a contract somewhere.
No doubt. No doubt. I just saw him, let's see, maybe a month and a half ago at Wrestling Open, and he killed it, man. Kid's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's somebody I think should be signed somewhere.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And I mean, he's the type of guy that could step right in and I believe could wrestle on TV right away like AG did. When AG got signed, they literally had him on NXT like the second week he was there.
Yeah.
And then he was on 205 Live every week.
Yeah.
And then they released him, but I don't think that door is fully closed.
No, of course not.
I think Anthony's going to kick that door down one of these days.
Yeah,
You know? And he's killing it in Japan.
Yeah, he is.
He's over there right now. He was a guest there, one of my favorite guests I ever had. He brought stuff with him. I mean, I really don't think there's any wrestler that loves wrestling more than him.
Yeah, I've done to
I think people would love it as much.
a few seminars he's ran. I've been to. He's definitely really passionate about the business.
Oh yeah. Like I said, he brought stuff with him. The show, it was incredible. Great. It was a great episode. Here's a guy that was with the WWE, and now he's back, and he's having some great matches with Alec Price. Dijak.
Oh, jeez.
Big dude.
Yeah, he's going to change this area around a lot, I think. He's definitely going to change things around here for sure.
Absolutely. And those matches with Alec has been incredible, man. He had one at Wrestling Open that I was there for in Worcester at the Palladium. And then they wrestled up in Limitless. And Dijak won the first one, and Alec won the second one. And it was I watched it. Match was incredible. Incredible. Now, is there anyone in the business that, like, when you were on shows that maybe pulled your side and gave you some advice?
Oh, of course.
Yeah?
Everybody, yeah. Oh, people always are. Bill Dredd's somebody I'm always going to.
Yep.
For sure.
And you ask, like, the guys to watch your match?
Manny Arias and
Yeah.
and Kid V are once have torn into me pretty hard once, but definitely in a way I respected.
Yep. Well, guess what? I mean, that's the thing. You got to be able to take it. Obviously, you can. You know what I mean? Like you said, they ripped into you. But I mean, I honestly, truly believe the most successful professional wrestlers have thick skin. Anyways.
You have to. In this business, you have to. Go on the internet, you'll see.
Exactly. Exactly. It's unreal. All right. How about T.J. Crawford, a Creative Pro guy?
Yeah, he's very good. He's another guy I've only shook his hand and kind of, but not really.
Have you seen him work at all?
Yeah, of course.
Oh man, that kid is really, really good.
He is, definitely.
I don't know if you're familiar with this next guy, but he was the IWTV champion. Cruel.
I've seen him around a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met him, but
Okay. That's cool. Aaron Rourke.
very good.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I like Aaron Rourke. I think his gimmick is good, and I think he is one of the best workers around right now.
Yeah,
he really is.
Yeah, he's got a very good mind for the business, I think.
Yeah.
He has a very good psychology mind.
Yeah, I've never met him, but I really enjoy watching him wrestle.
Yeah, he's got good psychology for sure.
How about I know you wrestled this guy because I saw it on Cage Match. Shay Cash.
Awesome. I want to work with him a lot more.
Yeah.
I've only been in the locker room with him a handful of times, but love the guy.
Yeah, he's very, very good.
Yeah, he's definitely somebody I want to work with more, for sure.
Nice. All right, how about from Test of Strength, Ryan Frost?
One of my closest friends.
Is he really? Yeah.
Yeah, we're always talking football. He's a Raider fan. I'm a Giant fan.
Yeah.
But he's somebody who's always trying to go to bat for me, for sure, trying to get me places. So.
Nice. He's actually coming back later on this month, maybe in 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, might even be next week, actually. I don't really remember. But, yeah, Ryan's a great guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Big guy.
Yeah, but heart of gold.
Yeah.
Though,
definitely. Very, very, very sweet guy. Definitely. Sorry, Ryan, I called you sweet. How about another guy that's really starting to make waves, Steve Beck?
I just saw him twice. I was on 2 shows with him this weekend.
Oh,
Friday
really?
and Saturday, BWA and then New World on Saturday. Was with him both days. But yeah, he's just also very good. I probably will be seeing him a lot more because we're booked on a lot of the same places. We'll probably be working with him soon.
Nice. Now, you said BWA. That's Beantown Wrestling Alliance.
Yeah.
Now, who owns that company?
Joe Solera, do you know him?
I don't know Joe, but he's been running now. How many shows? He's probably ran, 4 or 5 shows?
Something like that, yeah. I've been on the last 2.
Yeah.
I'm going to be on the next one on December, I believe it's the 13th, I believe.
Nice. And where is that, Gino?
Revere.
Revere?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, how about, I know you wrestled this guy, too. And I haven't seen him around in a while. Adam Applegate.
I haven't seen him around a little bit, but he's definitely somebody we get along with. He talks a lot of hockey with me.
Now, you're a hockey fan?
Yeah,
That's
I'm a
my
Ranger
favorite
fan,
sport, man. Yeah, I like the Rangers. I'm a Bruins fan, but I like the Rangers, too. I always have.
I put 100 on them to win the cup at the beginning of every year.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, why I became a Rangers fan because the Bruins traded my favorite player to the Rangers, Phil Esposito, when I was 10 years old. So, I mean, I obviously wasn't going to change my favorite hockey player just because he played for another team. But his brother was my favorite goalie, Tony Esposito of Chicago, who still owns the modern-day shutout record with 15 shutouts in 1 year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he did that his rookie year.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
That's awesome.
All right, how about, I'd like to get her on the show, Nikki Valentine.
She's good. I usually only see her at New World. I think she does a lot of stuff down like Jersey area more.
Yeah.
But
okay.
She's good, yeah.
Yeah, for a while, I didn't see her for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I realized she was back.
Yeah.
You know, and I'd love to have her on the show. I'll have to hit her
cool.
up.
She's cool.
Okay. Might as well on the females. How about Nicole Matala?
Love her.
She's awesome.
She's just like the sweetest person. She is wonderful. Yeah.
Yep. And she's getting really, she's real good now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know she was at a WWE camp I think a year or 2 ago.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's awesome. Mm. Excellent. All right. How about a guy that I love to boo? Dan DeMann.
Another guy who is really, really great psychology mind. He is somebody I will go to if I'm on a show with him. Like I'll just go to pick his brain for like how I should do my match or how I should do things promo wise. Or he's incredible at what he does.
He's been around a long time.
Yeah, and I think he should be a lot more places.
I agree. I agree. Definitely. All right. How about Clipper Jones? WWE ID program guy. Clipper Jones. Have you met Clipper?
Yeah. I was supposed to be defending my title against him at UTW. That show's been pushed back a couple times now. But
all right.
Love him. I love a lot of the guys at 3D right now.
Nice. Okay. And these guys, I'd love to have them on the show, but I don't think anybody would be able to understand them. You know what I'm talking about. The Juckets. Right?
Awesome.
I don't know if anybody would understand them.
I love what they do with the chicken stuff. It's a great way to market to kids. Absolutely.
He told me he wanted to pull this gimmick off with Devin, and it was incredible, man. When he was sitting here telling me about it, and he's like, "I want to do this," and I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
and it's hilarious.
Great dudes, and they're great at marketing to kids for sure.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, you brought him up earlier, just a little bit ago. He ripped into you. Manny Aries, who really
talented, really talented.
He was good right away. I'm sorry, when he started going on shows, there wasn't a feeling out process. He was good immediately, man.
He's somebody I want to wrestle for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. And his tag team partner, Kid V.
I have wrestled him. And
have you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Where'd you wrestle Kid V?
Focus Pro.
Nice. Okay. Excellent. I know you wrestled this guy. Too Buff.
I've wrestled him a million times.
Have you really?
Yeah. I've wrestled him probably like 6 different promotions. I've wrestled him, yeah.
And now who's he always with? Buff Dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, Buff Dad, yeah. That's cool, though, that you wrestle him a lot. How about Lucas Chase?
I mean, what's that? He is somebody that's inspired me, just the story he's come from.
Right.
He's, basically becomes like somebody who you have to watch. Like, he's an incredible heel. He's so good at what he does.
Right.
And to come back from what he's come through in his life and who he's become now, nothing but positive things I can say about him. Just
excellent.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if you know this guy, but I think he was on one of the shows at New World Wrestling Extreme. Guy that I got to know a little bit just through social media when I first started doing the show. Keith Youngblood.
I've only talked to him a few times.
Yeah.
But he's definitely talented.
He was in a good tag team before Adrenaline Rush with oh come on, no, I shouldn't have even did it.
I'm trying to remember this.
Daniel Evans. He wrestles for NEW down in Connecticut.
I think that was before I was around, but
okay. Yeah. I don't know if Dan still wrestles. You know what I mean? Or does he? That's good. I hope so. How about Brian Anthony?
I don't think I met him.
Okay. But he's been working for NEW for freaking 15 years. I don't know where else he works. I really think that might be the only place he works. Seriously. I haven't seen his name with any other company but NEW.
Yeah.
So, all right. How about the royal couple? BMT and Ariel.
Also, two phenomenal people. BMT is somebody I like to go to for advice a lot.
Yeah.
He's great people. They're not like their gimmick at all. They're very sweet.
Right. Yeah. There are a lot of kids.
Yeah.
A lot of kids.
And they're at shows pretty much.
Yeah, all the time, right? Yeah. That's awesome, man. I work at an elementary school, so I love kids.
Me too.
You know what I mean? I got 3 of my own, but they're all probably, 2 of them are definitely older than you. One might be around your age. All right, how about another female star, Isana?
She's great. I just saw her at BWA the other night.
Yeah.
And she's really good. Yeah,
was she working for Jimmy too?
She's been a few times.
Yeah. Cool. All right. I know this guy comes up from Florida and wrestles for New World Wrestling Extreme. Cahagas.
Yeah, I mean,
Cahagas.
how often do you get to work with an NWA champion?
Right.
Like,
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear it. He's really good too.
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
Really good. All right. How about Davey Cash?
Good.
Have you worked for NRG yet?
No, I believe I've been around the shows a few times, but I haven't gotten on one yet.
Okay. That's cool. I'm sure eventually, you know what I mean?
want to, yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
definitely think I
definitely.
want
I'm
to,
sure
yeah.
you will. How about manager extraordinaire, ring announcer, whatever needs to be done, Mr. Chad Epic. Mr. Awesome, Chad Epic.
I love Chad. Love Chad. He's always got cool stuff going on too.
Did he get any of his hot sauce?
Yeah, I've tried it. Yeah. I'm not really into hot foods, but yeah, I've tried it. Yeah.
It's freaking hot.
Yeah, it's good if you're.
It is good, yeah. My son makes hot sauces too, so I think Chad liked that too. I know you wrestled this guy a couple times at least. Blade Bandit.
Yeah, he's good. He's definitely.
I'm not very familiar with Blade. Is he a masked wrestler or anything like that? I don't.
No.
No?
But I stayed at his house one time.
Okay, cool. All right.
At a main show, so he's definitely somebody that's very.
Would you say the main show?
Yeah.
Oh, so he lives up in Maine?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Let's see. I wrote Nikki Valentine twice. How about Randy Shawn?
Love Randy. He's another guy. He cares a lot about the young guys for sure. He cares a lot about helping the young guys out a lot, and I really just appreciate that a lot. And
yeah, it's nice.
One of the easier matches I've had, and we didn't really even call anything. So
really?
He's definitely a ring general. He's very good at guiding people through matches for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome because it's nice to see him working besides. Like I know he always works for Lucky Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see him wrestling in other places too, because he's very, very talented.
He deserves all the success in the world.
No doubt, absolutely. And I hope your mom's doing good, Randy. How about the Ace, Mike Montero?
I know him a little bit.
Yeah.
He's been in a few shows with him. Haven't worked him.
Yeah.
But he knows what he's doing. He's definitely well trained, very talented.
Okay. Mike McCarthy? Did you meet Mike?
Of course.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Because, when I had him on my show last time, which was like episode 303 or something, he was really back in wrestling and he was giving it a shot. And then, not even a month later, he's back to the music scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him around in a while. It's been probably a couple months since I've shared a locker room with him, but.
Great talent.
Very, very much, yeah.
And great with the music, too. How about Sean Lita?
He's good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the last time I've seen him. I think it was New World Show months ago.
Yeah.
I think it was the last time I was in the locker room with him. But definitely good. Definitely good at what he does.
All right. Wrecking Ball Legursky.
Love Wrecking Ball. He's doing great things for NWA and AEW right now. He's somebody definitely to keep an eye on.
It's nice to see him get that break, too.
Yeah.
Seriously, he's been around for quite a while, and it's great to see Wrecking Ball out there on NWA. How about AJ Phoenix?
Love AJ. One of my favorite matches I've had.
Really?
Yeah, at the school. Yeah.
That kid was pretty much born into wrestling.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't meet his dad till recently, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I met his dad right here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had them on as father and son for families in New England pro wrestling.
That's cool. Yeah.
But yeah, AJ's really, really talented.
Yeah.
I seen him. He
should be at more places for sure.
Oh,
He definitely should be at more places.
And he was part of that faction in Chaotic with Danny Miles.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember their names.
I can't. See, I always do that too, and I bring it up and then I can't remember. But great, it was a great faction.
Yeah.
And Danny Miles just killing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? How about another test of strength guy, if I'm not mistaken? Ichiban.
He's one of the best. He's somebody that needs a contract somewhere.
No doubt. Seriously.
I know he's done extra work.
Yeah.
But he's somebody I think is going to get. He's going to get picked up soon, I think.
I agree. Now, he is a test of strength guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thought so. And you brought him up, somebody that gives you advice, Bull Dread.
Yeah, he's also works with Gemma.
Yep. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you guys a faction, or just she works with him and then she
works
works
with him sometimes, works with me sometimes.
Yeah.
But I see him pretty much every week. We're on a lot of the same cards.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You just got to make a faction. That'd be
I would
pretty
love to
cool.
work
Yeah, I
with
hear
Bullmore.
you. That'd be awesome.
He's definitely very, good at what he does. Very much cares about the young guys.
Nice.
Very much loves to help me. Loves to help a lot of the young guys I see coming through. He's
Right.
definitely somebody I respect a lot. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's like my buddy Maverick Wild. I don't know if you know Mav, but he loves whenever he can help out at a school. He loves it, But he's breaking down. He's had shoulders replaced, knees replaced. I'm just giving him a hard time. Love you, Mav. All right, how about I saw these guys were on a show with you just recently, if I'm not mistaken, the SAT.
Yeah.
Joel, Jose, and Will Maximo.
Yeah. They've been on TV a little bit, I believe.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, they've been on SmackDown. I met them back in the Ring of Honor days too.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Incredible talent. All three of them. All right, last name, and then we're going to talk TV wrestling. You brought her up. You trained with her. Big Juicy.
Love her. She's heart of gold. Absolutely phenomenal person.
Yeah.
Phenomenal human being. And a great wrestler. She's somebody I want to see all the success for. But,
Okay.
yeah.
So I want to go back to CM Punk and AEW. That thing with Jack Perry, where I guess Punk quit and Tony Khan says he fired him, whatever. But I really loved that Punk rap because here's Jack Perry. What did he say to him? Something like, do something about it.
Cry Me a River, yeah.
He snatched him right up. And I'll be honest, man, I was very happy. I'm not a big fan of these little, small guys that act like they're big stars when they're not.
Obviously, his father was a big TV star.
Yeah, his father was a star. You know what I mean?
They should have just made a storyline out of it. That's would have been
Right, yeah, I hear you, yeah. But he wasn't at the AEW show last week. A lot of the Young Bucks weren't either, but I had known that because I read that they were taking time off or whatever.
Yeah.
You know? It was a good show. The only thing that made me excited was Powerhouse Hobbs was Ricochet's surprise tag team partner. He made his return after, 4 months away or whatever. I popped for that. And most likely because I think it's the only AEW wrestler that Jim Cornette likes. You know? Because he gives everybody else a name except Powerhouse Hobbs is called by his real name.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know if do you listen to Cornette at all?
I do.
Yeah. I love his podcast. And I love how he has a name for every one of those guys. Sockface, Excalibur. Friggin' hilarious. All right, well, how about this? Did you see the interview with Punk where he's talking about how when he made his return, that wasn't WrestleMania. What pay-per-view did he
Survivor Series.
Survivor Series. And that he didn't know even when they said go out, he didn't even know what he was doing. And he's like, what? And Triple H is like, just walk to the ring. And but I guess he was in a car, with a hoodie over his head. And
I don't know how they not posted a documentary about it yet. I'm waiting on it. I'm waiting on the documentary of the
That'd be, I know.
Season
Clear the hallway.
Yeah.
Clear the hallway.
I'm waiting on that doc. I really want to see it. So.
And then Bailey sees him and she's like, I knew it. I knew when they were clearing the hallway. I knew it was
They got
you.
released behind the scenes.
Oh, they must. They must. That was a huge moment.
Yeah.
I mean, especially because how he left. You know what I mean?
To see 13-year-old Stevie see it. Oh, man.
That's awesome, man. Because I'll be honest with you. I'm a huge CM Punk fan, but I'll tell you the truth. When I did the cater jobs, he was a dick. He just was, not per se to me, but he was kind of dickish. But even though he's so talented that I could see past. I want to watch CM Punk wrestle every single week. I get let's put it this way. A lot of times I'm home watching wrestling, and it's on, and I pick up my phone and start playing with it. I'll never play with my phone when Punk's in the ring or the Bloodline's in the ring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Same.
The Judgment Day for a while, too.
Yeah.
I don't really like it as much now that...
Damian Priest is like my mom's favorite.
Oh, he's awesome, man. He's awesome. What do they... The internet calls him the bisexual Undertaker.
Yeah.
Like, what? What the heck is that? You know what I mean? But he is very talented.
Yeah.
Now, him and Rhea aren't really I guess they're not, I know they're friends, but they're not, connected now. And she got hurt again.
Yeah.
That's a shame because she's another one that
she'll be back for WrestleMania, I think.
Yeah, good. I hope so.
Yeah.
I really do because she's one that I always watch.
Yeah,
You
I
know
think
what
she'll be back by Mania time. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to watch Becky Lynch every time she came out too, and she was incredible.
I wonder what's going on with her. If she's going to come back or not.
I guess that she asked for $2 million a year.
That's it. Give him more.
I
Give him
hear
more.
ya. Dude, I heard Randy Orton makes like $7 million.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't know what they make. Whatever they make is great. You know what I mean? I'm happy for 'em.
The sponsorship money is crazy now. You'll see it in every sport.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Matter of fact, I had a guest here from up in Vermont, Jobs, that is sponsored by a weed dispensary.
Really?
I told him that's perfect
Yeah.
because he loves to get stoned.
Good for him. Yeah.
Perfect person, right? Perfect people to endorse. Earlier, I brought up Gunther, and that match against Cody in Saudi Arabia was so good.
Yeah.
Where do you see Gunther? Do you see him as the guy that beats Cody, or beats?
See, I wouldn't have him lose a belt for a while. That's
Right,
the thing.
right.
So I wouldn't have him go for another belt. But
Right.
I mean, assuming that he goes to face Cena at Mania, like I think I'd have him still win, but I don't think they're necessarily going to because I think they'd want to have Cena end his last WrestleMania breaking the record.
Yeah,
So
no, that's true too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, because he's tied with Ric Flair,
Yeah.
right? Oh, wow, yeah. Well, you know, so I'll be honest with you. Be nice to see him get the record, not only because he's a local guy, but he worked his butt off with that company on his back
Yeah.
for over a decade.
yeah, he
You
was
know
the
what I
guy
mean?
for pretty much most of my childhood. So
Yeah, I mean, here's a guy, he was young, great wrestler, could talk, put the company on his back, did all those public appearances because he didn't have a family to weigh him down. He did more Make-A-Wishes than anybody's ever done by twice the amount
yeah, I
of
did
the next person.
the Planet Pro show for Make-A-Wish at UConn every year.
Oh, really?
His dad's on.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Like I said, I saw his dad is a great guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great guy. What about the female tag team division's kind of exciting right now.
Yeah, it's
know?
starting to come together. Yeah, I think when the belts first came around, they were kind of figuring out what to do.
Right,
But
right.
They got good stuff going on there now. So
I like that tag team with the smaller girls. I don't even know. I can't remember their names. You know what I'm talking about? The real small girls. So she's always, one of the girls is always in Instagram things with Damian Priest. She has braids.
oh, Caden Carter.
Yeah. That's a heck of a team. They're very small.
Yeah.
But man, they
they
have
can
some
move.
good double
Move around,
team
yeah.
moves. You know? And what the little one, was it Casey or whatever? The
Yeah,
smaller
Kenzo,
one.
yeah.
She's unbelievable. You know?
Yes, yeah.
So what gets you excited? Like when Raw's on, what's gonna get you're gonna give it your most attention to?
Well, I mean, I think you got to look to once Netflix starts. That's going to be
Right.
it's going to be huge.
They're probably going back to 3 hours, I guess. That's what I heard, right?
And and then obviously you go straight from that to WrestleMania season.
Right.
So
Yeah, it's exciting. NXT, you watch NXT, I would imagine, right? Yeah. Trick Williams
great. Yeah.
and Ethan Page.
Yeah. I love you.
I didn't even know I wanted to see that feud. It's been some great matches. And you know what I really like? I like how Ethan Page, he left AEW where they didn't know what to do with him. And he came to WWE and NXT, and they knew exactly what to do with him.
Yeah.
You know?
He's the top heel in NXT right now.
Absolutely. And one of the best wrestlers.
Yeah.
Right when he came in, he was one of the best because he could work. You know? Yeah, so NXT's coming to Lowell. I don't know if you noticed that. It was
I just heard
announced
that, yeah.
today.
I just heard that today, yeah.
Yeah, I actually sent it to my girlfriend and said, early Christmas present. And she said, sure. So, hey, let me know if you want to go. I'm going to have 2 tickets.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
All right. Should be fun.
Yeah.
What was I going to say next is,
One thing I would say for NXT, level up.
Yeah.
That's something I would say a lot of the young guys coming out is definitely to watch a lot of that. Just binge that on Hulu because that's a lot of what you see, like what WWE is looking for. That's
Right.
what Gabe Sapolsky told me actually is like, watch a lot of Level Up. That's a lot of like what they're looking for right now.
oh, cool.
Yeah,
That's
so-
awesome. That's good. That was a good tip.
Good advice,
for
yeah.
Sure. Yeah. All right. So so you met Gabe already?
Yes.
Nice.
I did
And
his last seminar at Elite.
Oh, at Elite. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because he's been there a few times.
Yeah.
Nice. Gabe was Evolved. He was the owner of Evolve. And that company, right from started right away, and it was like You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, one of
even
the top
though it
indies,
started,
yeah.
it was right up one of the better companies immediately.
Yeah, one of the top indies in America for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely. And they were the first indie company on the WWE network.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. And Josh Briggs, a New England guy,
Yeah.
was the Evolve champ for a while. Have you gotten to meet Josh before he was gone or anything?
No, he got signed like right around the time I started. So
Yeah. Now, how long have you been wrestling?
5 years now.
5 years. Nice. Okay, great. Do you mind me asking how old you are?
26.
26. Okay, so yeah, no, you're older than my youngest. She's 23.
Gotcha.
Just was 23 2 weeks ago. Happy birthday, Sam.
Happy birthday to her.
Yeah, she's a good girl. She wants to go back to school, she told me today, so
Cool.
good for her.
What's she want to go into?
Social work.
Oh,
I told her,
cool.
I said,
It's a hard field, but
yes,
yeah,
yes.
definitely
It
rewarding.
can be,
It's definitely rewarding.
sad, and it can be very rewarding,
Yeah.
and it can be very disappointing, too.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, so I support my kids in anything they do and everything they do.
Of course. Yeah.
You know? So you said you're a hockey fan.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk some hockey.
course,
Seriously.
do it.
Now, you're a Ranger fan. Panarin.
It's one of my favorite jerseys I own.
Dude, that guy is unbelievable. Unreal. Now, what about Matt Rempe?
He hasn't played a lot this year.
Yeah.
They haven't played him a lot this year. They should. 'Cause
Well, I
they're
definitely think they should.
like they've got a good record.
Yeah.
They've beaten like a lot of teams they should beat. They haven't beat any of the elite teams. Like they lost last night to Winnipeg. Winnipeg's the top team right now. They lost to Florida.
Yeah.
And they've had some wins that they've been kind of frisky and kind of got bailed out by Shesterkin. So
Wow. Well,
definitely need blue line help, I think. So
Yeah.
definitely should call him up. Yeah.
you definitely, though, hit it with Winnipeg. They've won 15 of their first 16 games.
That's
The Bruins' record may not last very long to having the best regular season. I mean, that is an incredible start. And the goalie, Hellebuck,
yeah.
is easily one
they
of the
gotta be the
best.
pick in the West for the finals.
Absolutely, yeah,
Definitely.
definitely. Vegas will probably be there though too. I bet. You know what I mean? But I
Vegas
do.
is good. Colorado's good.
Yeah.
Dallas is good.
Yep. I do think the Rangers have a shot though. They, like you said, they probably need a little, maybe something on defense, but they could pick that up at the trade deadline.
Yeah, that's what
You
I think
know?
they're going to end up doing, yeah.
Keandre Miller's pretty good though.
Yeah, I like him a lot. He's on a contract year.
Oh,
But,
is he? Yeah. How's he playing this year? Because I haven't really.
He's been kind of frisky this year,
Yeah.
but he's going to be fine, I think, yeah.
Tough kid too.
Yeah, he's on the right line with Lindgren, so.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. That's a tough line.
Yeah.
How about who's your favorite Ranger of all time?
Lundqvist, he's basically the player of my childhood. So.
Handsome Hank.
Yeah.
Yep. I used to tell my girlfriend all the time if I could be anybody, I wanted to be Handsome Hank. I swear to God. She thought I was crazy. Incredible goalie, one of the greatest goalies of all time. So disappointed that he didn't win a Stanley Cup. I really am.
How do you think I feel? 2014 broke my heart.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet it did. Like I said, I've always loved the Rangers since I was 10 years old. Obviously, they're playing the Bruins. Even when Phil Esposito was on the Rangers, I wanted the Bruins to win. But my second team has always been the Rangers, man. Brian Leach is one of my favorite Rangers of all time, too. I don't know if you it's a way you weren't born or anything, but that trade the Bruins made with Phil Esposito was one of the greatest trades for the Bruins.
Yeah.
Phil Esposito was obviously one of the greatest scorers of all time, but the Bruins the Rangers threw in Jean Rattel, who was like 37, and they literally thought he was like almost done, and he ended up playing till he was 41 for the Bruins, and he never scored less than 20 goals as a Boston Bruin, even when he was 40, you know what I mean? And Brad Park, who's, wasn't as good as Bobby Orr, but wasn't too shabby. I mean, Brad Park was a great defenseman also. You know?
How many rings they end up getting with that core?
Who, the Bruins?
Yeah.
With Brad, none. With them, they won their 2 cups in 70 and 72, and that was led by Bobby Orr.
Yeah.
And Esposito trade for Brad Park and Rattel didn't happen until 75. But 2014 was very disappointing. But 1996, right? Is that the year they won?
94. But
94.
I wasn't alive, yeah. But.
Oh, dude, I lived in South Boston when they won the cup. And a kid from South Boston was on the team, Brian Noonan.
Oh, I didn't know he was from around
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. And I'll tell you right now, man, there was a goal that they gave to Messier, and I think Brian Noonan scored that goal. But whatever. They still won the cup. I thought that was fantastic.
I really wanted them to win 2 years ago when Vetrano was on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's from Longmeadow.
Right.
Kevin Landry's son, was on his AAU
Oh,
team.
really?
So I really wanted them to win with him. Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that would have been cool. Yeah, the year they won the cup, I just thought the Rangers were unbelievable. Mike Ritka was one of the greatest goalies of all time, and he doesn't get the recognition.
Probably best American. Well, Ryan Miller would probably be the best American-born goalie. But.
Now, I'm gonna say no to that because I don't like Ryan Miller. I think he's a crybaby. Good goalie. He's like Luongo. Both of them guys, Hall of Fame goalies, good goalies. But I don't like them because I think they're crybabies. But I'm a Bruins fan, and if Brad Marchand played on any other team, I'd hate him. You know what I mean? Seriously.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
he was important to their identity. Like, they definitely don't win in 2011 without him, for sure.
Oh, no. Yeah. That team was unbelievable, honestly. All 4 lines.
Yeah. That was a really deep team. Yeah.
That was obviously they won the cup, but that was the best Bruins team that I can remember. Because when they won the first 2, 70 and 72, I was 5 and I was 7. I remember 72 a little bit, not too much. I remember 72 for when I found wrestling more than hockey.
Gotcha.
Because that's when I first saw wrestling. I was 7 years old.
Nice.
And but yeah, hockey though, like you, has always been my favorite sport. You said you're a New York Giants fan.
Yeah.
And you beat the Patriots twice.
I always bring that up to all my Patriot friends.
Yeah. No, listen, one of my best friends used to be referee for Ring of Honor and Jersey All Pro, Sean Wiggins, Ref Hansen. And we made bets on those Super Bowls.
Did you?
And I had to leave me in New York Giants gear as my Facebook or my one was MySpace, one was Facebook. Post like picture, but I didn't go buy anything. And me and my girl went to the store.
Yeah.
I put on a shirt, I put on a hat, and I took the picture and put them back. But that sucked. And Eli Manning beat Brady twice. And I'll tell you right now, Eli and Peyton don't have as many Super Bowl rings as Tom Brady and his brother. And Tom Brady don't even have a brother. I like that joke.
Mahomes would be like the only person I think that he might have a shot at 7.
Yeah, no doubt, especially if the officials keep calling it the way they do. I'm sorry, but like this one game, probably maybe 4 weeks ago, Mahomes is going back and literally the guys got him with 2 hands.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
no
I saw
call.
that actually. I believe I saw that, yeah.
And then I saw a video today. They said they went to go line up and the referee blew the whistle and said, penalty on the cornerback. The play hadn't even started yet. First down, touchdown, extra point. I'm like, what? But a lot of people used to say that about the Patriots.
Yeah.
That they got the calls. And I guess the good teams get the calls. I mean, what can you say?
Part of it's the coaching. I think a lot of that's the coaching. The coaching knows what they can get away with.
Yeah. Well, definitely Belichick is a smart guy because I'm sure he cheated more than what they say he did.
I think Reed's the same way.
I do too. And I think every coach takes advantage of it. The thing with the deflating the football in Brady, Aaron Rodgers came right out and said, I wanted more air in the ball, and he had them put more air in the ball.
That to me is always the stupidest thing, especially because they won that game, 45-7?
Yeah, exactly.
What are we doing?
Yeah, no doubt. But I mean, that's what people do, though. You know what I mean? They make excuses. You know what I mean? But yeah, no. Eli Manning, in my opinion, is obviously a Hall of Fame quarterback. You know what I mean? I think he's a great quarterback. I really do. Not as good as Brady, but he's really good. And Peyton was phenomenal. I think Peyton was the best quarterback ever to get to the line and change things up, like from what he's seen.
Yeah.
Like a coach.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he really was. He changed the plays quite a bit. I think that might have even been like their game plan sometimes.
Yeah.
To throw teams off by just, you know what I mean? By calling things differently.
Yeah.
Are you, and you said you're a Knicks fan, so you're not a Nets fan.
No, I'm a Knicks fan. Yeah.
Okay. Who's the big star of the Knicks right now?
Jalen Brunson.
Jalen
I mean, they
Brunson,
just traded for Carl Anthony Towns as well.
No, did they really?
Yeah.
What, this year or
before the season started, yeah.
Okay, wow, all right. Now, how are they doing this year so far?
They're 5-5 right now. Everybody in the East is kind of everywhere except like Cleveland and Boston is like 500 or worse in the East right now.
Okay.
But I think a lot of teams are going to get better. Philadelphia and Milwaukee, especially, they kind of stink right now, but they're going to get better, I think.
Right. Well, I think the Knicks are going to probably turn it around too with those two guys for sure.
I think so, yeah. The defense hasn't been there. The offense has been there. But
and who's their coach right now?
Thibodeau.
Oh, okay. And he's been coach for 5 years now, something like that? 4?
With the Knicks, I believe it's like 3 or 4.
Yeah. He's a good coach. I think, did he coach Chicago before?
Yeah.
I actually saw a video today of, remember Ben Gordon?
Yeah, I do.
Dude, you know what happened to him?
No.
He lost his mind, dude. He ended up in like psych wards and he got arrested like 5 times in a year. Yeah, dude.
That's crazy.
Sad, you know what I mean? And I don't know why it happens to basketball players. Look at Delonte West.
Yeah.
You know, wins a championship and all that, and then next thing you know, he's homeless.
Yeah.
You know?
That's crazy to me. Yeah.
It's gotta be hard though when your teammate's banging your mom. LeBron. That's what they're saying.
That's what I heard that too.
You know? But LeBron's been getting around. Allegedly, he was at the Diddy parties.
I don't know anything about that, but I that's going to be crazy. As more news comes out, more stories come out, that's going to just get worse and worse.
I want to see who he turns on. Because he's going to try to get the best deal he can possibly get. And the only way he's going to get any type of deal.
Are there documentaries yet? Or?
Oh, I hope so.
There's going to be.
Oh,
there's definitely going to be.
Yeah, there's going to be multiple documentaries on that. Yeah, that's wild. He is, I find that very interesting, honestly. Like, I've been trying to read and watch as many videos as I can and stuff. My girlfriend likes to watch the trials. Like, she watched that Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. And I started getting into it, too, and it was really interesting.
Yeah.
But I find this, just because of the subject, more interesting.
Yeah, the next few months and maybe next year or so, it's going to be some crazy news.
Yeah. I saw a meme of a guy on a football field, right, with this, running with a bottle of baby oil. And here comes Diddy chasing him, and he tackles him. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. It's comedy gold. Really? I mean, and now it comes out more. Before you see them kiss a guy and you never thought about it. But now when you see him do it, in the same video that you saw 4 years ago, because you didn't know anything about it. So you didn't think you were just like
Justin Bieber
my friend. Just my friend. I gave him a quick pick on the cheek.
Yeah.
I look at those kisses differently now, man.
Yeah, has Justin Bieber said anything yet?
No, not yet. Well, they say he said things, but I haven't heard him say anything. You know what I mean? Like, there's no video of him saying anything yet. You know?
It's going to be an interesting story for sure.
Oh, yeah, and Usher.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Other than making money off the kid, that's really probably why he wanted Bieber to hang with him for the 48 hours, even more than anything else. I really do believe it was making money off the music. But then the dark side hit, I think.
Sad situation. Sad situation for sure.
Well, Stevie, listen, man, thank you for coming on the show, man. I appreciate it. No problem, man. We can do this again sometime.
Definitely.
All right, take care. Well, peace. Hi, guys. I hope you're enjoying the show. Listen, I could use a little help to grow my YouTube channel. So if you could please like, share, and subscribe. That's most importantly, subscribe. Send me a direct message, and I'll give you a shout out here on the show. My YouTube channel is real simple. It's just my name, Leo Connors. Thanks in advance. Peace.